Rain today has helped extinguish the wildfire in Tongariro, which burned for 2 days with what firefighters call devastating speed and aggression. Hotspots remain though, and crews will stay in the area for several more days. The fire burned through around 2,800 hectares of the national park and forced the closure of 2 key highways. Residents have been able to return to Whakapapa village after last night's evacuation. Local iwi have placed a decade-long rahui over parts of the fire zone. Conservation staff say the impact on flora and fauna is going to be significant. But in one bright spot, Conservation Minister Tama Potaka says a po has survived the fire, still standing in the middle of the damage. Adam Hollingworth reports.
With the misty rain doing much of their work, firefighters are entering a new phase in their efforts to neutralise the hotspots after the blaze devastated 28,000 hectares of Tongariro.
We've gone from probably what would be classed an offensive aerial attack to a more offensive ground attack. So we're doing a lot more groundworks, but we will still supplement that with aerial support.
15 choppers and 5 fixed-wing aircraft spent 48 hours dropping water bombs, but the rain helped finish the job.
And what we have observed is there's a significant decrease in active fire activity.
So, as the aerial assault slowed in this morning's mist, the ground assault along the containment lines gathered pace.
First, foremost, people. Evacuate, look after the people. Second, look after the fire, make sure we put it out. Weather's helping today.
Around 50 firefighters went in, 8 local crews and volunteer firefighters from the Central Plateau Brigades.
We're going to probably separate some of the crews up because we've got a mixture of experienced and green people here.
Reinforcements arriving from Hawke's Bay and Wellington.
Look, I just really wanted to express my appreciation and gratitude for you guys coming up.
Another 50 dock firefighters laid fire breaks as colleagues wait to get the full story on the destruction of bush and animal life.
There'll be large numbers of insects that have been lost, there'll be orchid species that have been lost, there'll be bird species that have been moved out by the fire, which will be able to displace sideways, but it's going to take us weeks once we can actually get our ecologists in there to really understand that.
The local hapu, Ngāti Kairo, has been feeding and providing refuge for the emergency workers, as well as around 120 evacuees. Its other focus is saving the land, a silver lining in what the hapu called the miraculous survival of a po, representing a guardian of Tongariro. Tongariro is singed but stands proud.
The area where Tongariro is still green and Tongariro is untouched and the fire is all around it. Tongariro gives us a focus to restore that land.
That's a symbol and a signal that actually, whatever happens, toitu te whenua, the land will remain.
Rahui have been put in place acknowledging the distress caused to the whenua, to the forests and waterways, and to all living beings connected to our ancestral landscape. One rahui is on the track till next Monday. Doc says most of it is undamaged. A second, restorative rahui, will be on burnt areas for 10 years. Yes, 10 years to ensure it's fully restored. Those restoring the whenua will still move freely.
It forces a focus on the restoration. We do not want 1,800, 2,000 hectares of what is world heritage to be covered in broom, gorse and blackberry, and by then it goes into the too hard basket.
Hikers and residents of Whakapapa village and 5 other properties have now returned after their evacuation. But a decision will be made tomorrow on a return to commercial activity in places like Whakapapa Scotel. 600 people were booked on the Tongariro crossing this week, but tourists are taking the setback in their stride.
Got no choice, so it's fine. It's let them do what they need to do.
They need to get it under control and out.
Tourist businesses here pride themselves on their resilience.
We're accustomed to some blips in the tourist market, and tourists are accustomed to coming to this central North Island where we have volcanoes from time to time, and we have other incidents. But yeah, we really want to bounce back with this tragedy that we've had with this fire.
The Mayor says expect a Tongariro bounce-back campaign soon.
The maunga will recover, and it will be stronger than it was before this.
But firefighters in the community will not rest until the last hotspots are out, and that's expected to take several days.
And a short time ago, FEN's Incident Controller Nigel Dravitsky joined me.
Yeah, well, conditions have really supported activities today. We're in a situation where we're more offensive on the ground and undertaking crew activities. Yesterday we were using a lot of aerial assets in order to try and control the fire, but it got quite clagged in with mist this morning, so we're going on the ground and we're having pretty good results.
Right, how big is the team still working on the blaze?
We've got some crews that have been here have departed, but we've still got somewhere around 35 firefighters tomorrow will be tasked with operations and start out at 0700 tomorrow morning.
Right, you mentioned before the rain came to the rescue today. What are conditions forecast to be like tomorrow?
There's supposed to be 25 mils, I think, of rain tonight, and variable conditions tomorrow, but they should be all in our favour with more showers and some isolated rain.